in Arabic? Alif, Waw, and Ya. And when I say Alif, it is not Hamza Alif, right? It's not as in Ahmed. It is as Faruq, right? Okay. Or if you say the last name, the name Faruqi, right? That would be Faruqi, right? That would be all natural. These are the natural extensions. Nuhiha, this is the best actually. This is in the Quran as an example. If you look at it, it's an example in the Quran that has all of them. Nuhi and Ha. Nuhiha. These are the three letters. And how much do we do these extensions? Always. 2 harakats. Tabi'i is always and always 2 harakat. No matter what happens, you only do it 2 harakats. Now these 2 harakats may vary, again, as far as the recitation. If I'm reading very fast, remember I said this before, you have to keep your harakas relative to each other. So if I do 2 harakas as qala, whereas if I'm reading really slow, like Abdul Basit, Abdul Samad, or somebody who's recited the Quran, he will say qala. But then again, when he comes to these big ones, he's gonna really. The idea is to keep relative 2 times this, 3 times this. This is you keep everything relative to each other. Okay, this is the most important part of about al-mad, that you keep relative to everything. Also, another thing that's very obvious, that in harf al-mad, in al-mad al-tabi'i has a must. What is this must? It's very clear. It doesn't. You really don't have to think a whole lot about it. But it's just I have to say it from the fact that we have to know all of this. Is that it's always the letter preceding the letter, the extension letter has the same movement, right? So the nu has a dhamma on top of it, just like the waw, which they call this the daughter of waw. The kasra is the daughter of ya. The fatha is the daughter of alif. So each one is preceded before it to have a mad. Let's say this had a different movement. Then this is not going to be a mad. This probably is going to end up saying no, right? So then it's not going to be the same thing. So this is why this is another must. To have clear mad tabi'i, you have to have the letter before it having the same movement. Okay. Now I'm going to start talking about the different types of mad al-tabi'i. And some of them, you're actually doing it without even noticing that you're doing mad as a rule in there. Okay? You're doing some of these mad without even thinking about it. And I'll give you one of them right now that falls under this rule. How do you read this in the Quran? Ataka, right?
Alif is silent.
Right, it's not alif and silent.
Alif is sukun.
What about this?
Utuni.
Utuni, right? What about Imana, right? Ataka, utuni, imana. All what I'm doing is I have this hamza and I'm treating it as if it was normal letter. What if it was ja? You'll say jataka, right? Replace it with a hamza. It'll become ataka. Now this here is actually a mad, a specific type of extension called mad badal. Badal means instead of, in exchange of. replacement. Okay? This is the best way to explain it. It's like extension of a replacement extension. Why is it a replacement? Because this used to be the word. The word used to be or I should say it used to be أتاك أؤتوني إئمانا. But the Arabs don't say two hamzas next to each other. So they replace the second one with a mad, with one of these guys. Okay? So it goes from أتاك to آتاك. And from أؤتوني to أوتوني. And from إئمانا to إيمان. And that's why it's called mad badal, replacement. And you are reading this all the time and you don't notice it. But this is a specific rule by itself.
So while it was written, they removed it?
Yeah, it's all written like this. This is written like just like that, this is written like that, this is written like that. But it is your job, if you want to know tajweed, to recognize that this is a mad badal. This is a replacement